Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and my girl Chella is here.
It's your girl Chella H.
Hey, what up, y'all?
Well rested.
Kind of.
Because last night, first of all, we've been doing a lot these past few days since you've been visiting from Chicago and guest hosting with me. And last night, you went to bed at like 6 o'clock.
It seemed like it, but I really didn't because I was on my phone. Mm-hmm. And I got some catching up to do for the past 3 weeks, so.
Okay. Well, we shall discuss about last night. And I was just talking about how, off the air, we were talking about how we're going to potentially stop drinking.
Yes, we are.
Just kidding. No, I'm kidding. It is the holidays, but we got to do what we got to do.
For the new year.
We're kind of like how the baby said he's not drinking anymore. I feel like we say that like once a month. Like, that's it, I'm done.
Right. Well, we got to slow down a little bit.
All right. Well, listen, we have a world premiere that's going to be playing every hour. Risk It All, Usher and Her. It's from the Color Purple soundtrack. You just heard that. That's correct. All right. And now get ready to do your viral moments. Here is Tyler with Water, and we're going to come back with Shine a Light. 800-292-5150. Who do you want to show some love to? It's way up.
I'ma shine. I'ma shine. Turn your lights on, y'all. Turn your lights on. Spreading love to those who are doing greatness. Shine a light on them. Shine a light on them. It's time to shine a light on them.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. My girl Chella is here.
That's right.
Chella H.
Chella H.
And right now, I want to shine a light on somebody who I've actually known since I've been in high school. And if you guys have ever watched the Lip Service podcast, he actually owns the studio, Engine Room Audio, where we record. Okay. And his name is Scott Lee. I've known him ever since then. He actually was the person who got me my first job working in the music business as an internship at Wu-Tang.
That's what's up.
Wu-Tang Management. He was the one that was like, you need to go do this. My friend works at Wu-Tang Management. They're looking for an intern. And so ever since I was, in high school, I've known him. And we're still friends to this day. And he's gone on to do great things. I remember him managing studios, and now he owns a studio. A lot of artists record out of there. 50 Cent, SWV, Tyrese. We saw Skilla Baby there recently, Dave East, so many different people. So, Pop Smoke definitely recorded there. So shout out to you, Scotty, for somebody that has, I watched you grind your way up. And now look at what you have going on. So Engine Room Audio, Scott Lee. All right, now who do you guys want to shine a light on? 800-292-5150. Alexa, who you want to shine a light on?
I want to shine a light on my man. The love of my life. His name is Ryan. His birthday is on Friday, 27th birthday.
Okay.
And I just want to shine a light on him. He is the light of our lives.
How long have you been together?
We've been together for 7 years.
Ooh, okay.
All right.
Well, since he was 20. All right. And you said light of our lives, so you guys have kids together?
Yes, we have 2 beautiful girls.
Oh, girl dad. Okay. Well, we actually have a gift for your man for his birthday. Since his birthday's Friday, I got some Born in Aroma by Valentino fragrance for him.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so you can add that to the gift. Maybe give it to him from the girls.
Yes, definitely.
All right, hold on the line. We're going to get your information.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Well, Shine a Light was brought to you by Born in Roma by Valentino Beauty. For her, for him, for them. And when we come back, we have your Yeetie, and let's talk about 50 Cent. He is really doing this Diddy documentary. We'll give you some details. It's way up.
Way up.
Just like to talk like they Angela Yee, like they Angela Yee.
Man, she's spilling it all. This is Yee T. Way up.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. My girl Chella is here.
It's your girl Chella H.
Hey, not the lowercase.
And let's get into some Yeetie. All right, Ice Spice and Doja Cat sat down together for Instagram's Close Friends Only special edition podcast. And Ice Spice talked about her first crush. Here's what she said.
Who was your first ever celebrity crush?
I'm just going to say it was Usher.
Oh.
I saw him at the Met Gala.
Valid?
I was like, for the first time I ever seen him, I'm like, oh my God, it's him.
He's beautiful.
Gorgeous man.
Shane Brown.
They talked about a lot of different things too. And as you know, they have been on tour. So, shout out to Doja Cat. I was looking at some of her videos from her performances and everything. So shout out to those two ladies. All right. The 50 best albums of 2023. Speaking of Ice Spice, and this is according to Billboard, her album made the list of the 50 best albums. It was number 18 on the list. All right. Y'all want to know some other? albums that made the list. Drake was number 50 for All the Dogs. So he just made the 50 best albums list. Sexy Red, Hood Hottest Princess is number 40. Davido's number 39. Pink Pantheress is number 38. Brent Faiyaz is number 37. Killer Mike made the list at number 36. Janelle Monáe, 35. Gunna, A Gift and a Curse at number 33. Travis Scott is number 21 on the list. And it goes on from there. But, shout out to everybody that made the list. And these are all subjective, too. What do you think is one of the best albums of the year? Victoria Monet was number 5. I just want to put that out there. Yeah, she had an amazing album. So I for sure agree with that. SZA, I'm trying to see where is SZA on this list. Because her album came out. Did it come out this year, right? It did. So. All right. Doja Cat was number 7. Lil Yachty was number 8. Number 1 on the list, though, was Olivia Rodrigo, Guts.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to be honest here. I don't really know.
Me neither.
Olivia Rodrigo songs. All right. Oh, yeah. SZA's album came out in December of 2022. Because I was like, there's no way that's not like up there in the top. All right. Now, Sauce Walka got arrested after he led Houston police on a high-speed chase and crashed his vehicle. He crashed yesterday morning. He is facing charges of evading arrest or detention after he reached speeds of 130 miles an hour for over 2 miles trying to dodge the police. So not sure what made him, do this high-speed chase, but
he was probably high.
Why would you just say that?
I mean,
you just threw that out there. Why would you say that?
Ain't no telling.
All right, well, we have no idea what happened, but yeah, allegedly, yeah, we don't know that.
Well,
it doesn't say that
anyway. That's why I said probably.
You just made that up.
Well, usually when people just do crazy stuff, some be off, right?
Or maybe, if you're from the police, sometimes people might think there's a reason why. Maybe there's warrants.
You just never know.
You never know. All right, well, that is your Yeetie. And when we come back, we have About Last Night. We want to hear about your dreams last night, Chella, because you were asleep.
Okay, I got some.
Yes, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. About Last Night is next.
Last night.
So, about last night.
Last night.
Here's how it went down.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. My girl Chella is here with me.
It's your girl Chella H.
And I was saying last night we did not do much because the night before that we were outside.
Yes,
Jasmine was here. It was her birthday. We did a lot.
She overdid it.
And all you kept saying was, I need a nap. I just need a nap. And I was like, all right, we can go out. We can go do something. We can get something to eat. And you just kept stressing the fact that you needed a nap.
I was wore out. Every time I come here, you wear me out.
And I was saying, Chella is not the type of person that really is like eager to go out. She'll go out if I'm like, let's go do something. But she's also fine just being like, I'll stay in the house.
For sure.
No problem. Because I think we've done enough going out to last us a lifetime.
Yes.
But while you were doing that, while you were taking a nap, because then you did not really wake up until
I took
maybe
a nap and then I woke up at like 4.
All right.
And then I went back to sleep.
Did you have any dreams?
Not really. Not really. And I usually do. That's crazy because I always have dreams and I always remember them.
Is it a fact that everybody has dreams, but sometimes you remember them and sometimes you don't?
I usually do. For the most
I think
part.
they say unless you're not getting into like that deep part of your sleep. But for me, last night, I was trying to catch up on a lot of things that I haven't been able to do, right? So first of all, I have to do my expenses at work. I'm so bad at doing that. I'm going to be honest, when it comes to things like following up about money, when it comes to even if I buy something, returning something that doesn't fit, I am so bad at being able to handle things like that. I think about like how much money I probably wasted by not returning something, by not, getting certain things expensed and doing what I'm supposed to do, because if I don't handle it right away, I just keep on putting it off. So now it's coming to the end of the year and, a lot of us are trying to figure out how to wrap things up. I was making a to-do list yesterday. I was trying to send out and respond to all the different emails that I need to do. Today, I'm going to be lighting the tree at Grand Central Station for Jack Daniels.
Okay.
You'll be right there with me too.
I will. No
Yes.
Jack Daniels stuff for us, right?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
There's no way we're going to go to a Jack Daniels event and not have any Jack Daniels.
It's the peer pressure.
But, so I'm excited for that. And then the other thing that I was doing was, looking at some of these episodes of Lip Service. Now, you were just on the last one with Victor Thompson.
Yes, I was.
And we actually, want to talk about this for a second because his wife is his manager. And he has a really interesting story. He's from Nigeria, and both his parents have passed. And he said he has these walls up when it came to dating. And his wife was the only person that was able to break through those walls, and he felt like the love was like gushing out of him. And one thing he talked about was telling somebody, you know, have you ever had somebody say I love you and then you don't know if you should say it back, or you don't love them, you don't want to lie, or do you just say I love you too?
Always. They always tell me they love me.
And do you say I love you too?
I be like, thank you.
All right, well, here's what Victor Thompson had to say.
I didn't know how to respond to I love you. So when you tell me I love you, I say, oh, thank you so much. Yeah. So most times when he tells me I love you, I'll just say, oh, God bless you.
I would be so offended if I said I love you and somebody told me God bless you.
It depends on who it is, though. Because you don't want to lie like I love you too. Then they get the wrong impression. That's not right.
But we all love, I mean, we have love. I love everybody. If
Well,
somebody
not
says that.
necessarily.
And
Well,
like sometimes, look, do people ever write to you on social media like, oh my God, even people you don't know, like I love you. You don't be like I love you too?
sometimes I might put LY too, or I might just put hearts.
That is true. You can just say ILY. And I think that's why social media and text is easier.
Yeah.
Because that's not the same, or I love you is not the same as saying I love you. If you just say LUH, love you.
Or I leave heart emojis.
Right. And put the little heart with the hands thing. All right. Well, 800-292-5150 is a number. What do you guys do? Let's just say somebody says, I love you, and you don't necessarily love them back. Do you say I love you too because you're a nice person and you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings? Or are you an honest person? Even if you have to hurt somebody's feelings, just say thank you or wow.
You're
or
so sweet.
Quiet.
That was nice
I
of you.
appreciate it. I needed that.
Yeah.
800-292-5150. We need to know what you do. It's way up.
You vibing way up with Angela Yee.
Come right back.
More now.
It's way up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Chella's here.
It's your girl, Chella H, Big H.
Hey.
And my BRF best rapper friend Mano is in the building.
Mano.
Yes.
Okay.
And we're talking about I love you. If somebody says I love you and you don't really love them like that yet, do you say it back? Here's Victor Thompson on lip service talking about the first time with him.
I didn't know how to respond to I love you. So when you tell me I love you, I say, oh, thank you so much. Yeah. So most times when he tells me I love you, I'll just say, oh, God bless you.
What do you
That's
say,
good
Mano?
right there. No, I had a real situation like this not too long ago, and I was so caught off guard that I didn't know what to say, and I said the worst thing you could ever say. Lady said, I love you.
The lady. Not even. This sounds like a stranger. Okay, go ahead.
And I said, because I was under pressure and I didn't know what to say, I said, what you tell me that for? No. I said, what you want me to say? That was the worst thing I could say. I apologize for that because I didn't know what to say. I should have said, God bless you.
Yeah, now you know.
Thank you.
And Chella says, you ain't wrong.
You ain't wrong.
You ain't wrong. I like that.
I'm going to start saying I get it.
I like that.
I get it.
I love you. You ain't wrong.
Well,
I get it.
I think for me, it's always like a, aw,
I can see you saying that.
so sweet.
Oh my God.
That was nice.
Yeah, that was so
Damn.
there. That is so sweet.
I did bad
I'm
though
hungry.
with that. I'm hungry.
Yeah, that was just off the chain.
That
Like,
was horrible.
Yeah, that's awful.
Yeah.
What you want me
It's
to
very
say?
honest. And then after she finished crying,
And it
what
was
happened?
and it was on FaceTime. It was like, I love you, and I was just like, it was that face right there. Oh gosh, it
but
was
it's
like
the pressure. Like, don't put that pressure on
Right.
you. Like,
And that sounded
What you
very.
want me to say?
That sounded mean.
yeah, it sounded really
Did
mean.
she cry?
Absolutely.
All right.
I wanted to cry too.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, anyway, we want to hear what you guys do in a situation like that. Don't do what Mano did. 800-292-5150. Marty, what happened when you told somebody I love you?
When he told me he loved me, I quite didn't know how to respond. But what I did respond to him is that I told him he had my loyalty. So most importantly, I said, I'm sorry, I can't quite say I love you just back yet.
How did he react?
He said that he understood that, and he really didn't say anything bad about it. I think that guys are usually used to hearing I love you back, and they mainly look for women that are going to want to give them loyalty. And in this case, I feel like he was very shocked. Mm-hmm. So we're 2.5 years in now.
that's what's up.
All
And
right,
I do
she
say
was
I love you
honest.
back now.
Yeah.
And maybe it made him work harder. Like, I'm going to
Yeah.
make her love me.
She did the right thing.
Yeah, most definitely.
All right. Well, thank you for
what's up.
calling. Yeah, I think love is different for different people too. Like
Yeah.
some people take it way more serious. Yeah.
And the fact she said you have my loyalty probably like turn him on. Like, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks, Maddie.
Of course, thank you.
Hey, Richard, how are you?
What's good, Angela? How you doing?
I'm good. Chella's here, and we're talking about I love you. Do you say it back, or what happens if you're not sure or you don't really love the person?
Well, you don't say it at all. You know, now today people use it so frivolously. You got to make sure that the person that's saying it has some type of emotional intention behind it. You know what I'm saying? Rather than somebody just saying it just to use a word.
Have you been in that situation where a woman said I love you and then you just were like, okay?
Now, I'm about to blow your mind. See, I've been in a situation where a dude said I love you. I'm gay. You know what I'm saying? And I know that they didn't mean it, but it wasn't the same way how I felt. And it couldn't be reciprocated. So I just kept it real. Like, I don't love you. I like you.
Ooh,
I don't love you.
You were like, I'll smash, but...
I'll pass.
All right. Wow. That has to hurt, too, that honesty.
Well,
no, for real.
Kept it 100, though.
For real. Yo, G, can I give a shout out?
Uh-huh.
I'm a small business owner in Brooklyn. I own a black security company.
Okay.
I also own a bakery, and I got a restaurant. You guys around, come check me out. Lifestyle Event Security, like Waters, in the Family Pot.
All right. Well, thank you. Love you.
Thank you. Love you too, love.
See? He just said it back.
But he do love you.
All right. Well, I love you guys. And when we come back, we have Yeetie. Let's talk about Nicki Minaj, her new Pink Friday 2 teaser, and a whole lot of people are in Gag City. It's way up.
She about to blow the lid up off this pot. Let's get it. Oh, yeah. Angela's spilling that Yee tea. Come and get the tea.
All right. It is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Chella is here.
It's your girl, Chella H.
Mano is here. New Mano. Hey, Mano. All right, and let's get into some Yeetie. Now, Rolling Stone has published an open letter to Sean Combs from singer-songwriter Tiffany Red. And she is basically named in Cassie's paperwork also. She's a Grammy-winning songwriter. She's worked with some really high-profile people, right? Like Zendaya, Joe Jonas, Tamar Braxton, Jason Derulo. She's a close friend of Cassie's, and she talks about the things that she witnessed with Sean Combs and with Cassie. In this open letter, she talked about him not liking a song called Loyal that they wrote, which was about her pain. And she talked about an incident where Cassie and Diddy were out. They came back to the house. He was visibly intoxicated, and he called her, he was yelling, "Emotional singing bitch, there you are," and telling her to get up and saying, "Tell your girl she wants some birthday D. I flew all the way from Miami. She gonna get this birthday D." She said, "You were visibly angry that she didn't want that from you. I was terrified. She doesn't have to have sex with you if she doesn't want to. You just kept screaming, she gonna get this." And all I kept thinking about was how before you came to get her and she was sober, she kept telling us she didn't want to go with you. And then she talks about the two of them driving off on a golf court into the night. And she said she was terrified and she had never seen Cassie sedated the way that she was during that time.
Dang.
Yes. And so, you know, when it rains, it pours. And a lot of people are now telling their story. And she says that she continues to be close friends with Cassie. And she's happy that Cassie was empowered enough to be able to tell her story.
So she wrote this letter to him.
Yes. And Rolling Stone published it. But she just talked about feeling traumatized from the whole situation. And 50 Cent is planning to do this Diddy documentary with the proceeds to benefit sexual assault victims. G-Unit film and television proceeds, he said, will go to these people. He also shared a new clip with an interview with former Bad Boy artist Mark Curry. You know, Mark Curry did a whole book called Dancing with the Devil.
I understand women holding some things in and then speaking later, but I don't understand men, though.
Well, he wrote a book.
When?
It was called Dancing with the Devil way back then.
Long time ago?
Yes. You want to hear something? So the reason I even met Charlemagne was because he reached out to me to interview Mark Curry. I think Mark Curry had came to do an interview with Wendy Williams and something happened. And then he was like, would you want to interview Mark Curry? He has his book. I didn't know anything about it. But that was the first time I believe that he even reached out to me was about this. So I will say this. It's not that Mark Curry has never said anything before. It's just that sometimes when somebody's powerful, people don't pay attention.
Right.
I'm just saying a lot of dudes going into this exposing they homies or they old homies now. I'm seeing a lot of that now. A lot of men doing that.
But you know, when you do things, if you really did them, and because we don't know, these are still, some of them are still allegations. And if somebody exposes you, you can't be mad at that. You got to be mad at yourself.
Depending on who's talking and how you looking at it. I mean, everybody done something to somebody.
You know. What, Chella?
I mean, I get what you're saying. Like, as a man, it's a way you should move. That's
As a
female
man, I'm
stuff.
speaking on a man, man.
But if he came out before and made the book, it didn't matter as much, I guess, at first. That's what you're saying.
I mean, this,
right?
but if you look it up, it's really old. And, you know, so I will say that because this is when I worked at Sirius that it came out. All right. Well, Nicki Minaj, get ready for Pink Friday, too. And we're going to talk more about that later. But a lot of people are going to Gag City. So we'll get into that. But in the meantime, Under the Radar is coming up next. That's where we discuss stories that are not necessarily in the headlines. They are flying under the radar. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
I got news. This in the news that relates to you. These stories are flying under the radar.
All right. It is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Chella is here. And Mano is in the building.
I'm in the building.
All right. And here's some good news. And under the radar, the Biden administration has canceled nearly $5 billion more in student loan debt. All right. They did say yesterday they have approved the cancellation
That's good.
of nearly $5 billion more. So that means the total amount of student debt relief provided under the Biden administration is $132 billion from more than 3.6 million borrowers. So even though the Supreme Court struck down Joe Biden's signature student loan forgiveness program, which would bring up to $20,000 in debt relief for low and middle income borrowers, they found other ways to go around that to help provide relief for so many people.
That's good.
Yes.
That student loan was very important.
Yeah, listen, I wish we would have had some student loan debt cancellation when I had student loans.
Did you have some loans, Mano?
Sure. Still paying mine now.
Still paying for it now.
Of life.
A lifelong loan. Did you have student loans, Chella?
Not at all.
All right. Now, this former Jaguars employee, Amit Patel, has been accused of stealing over $22 million from the team. It was a scheme that lasted from 2019 until earlier this year, allegedly. Patel has been charged with wire fraud and illegal monetary transactions in court documents that were filed earlier this week. He was accused of using this money to fund everything from luxury watches to private jet travel to new cars. So over the past several months, the team has cooperated fully with the FBI and the U.S. Attorney's Office. They said he was a former manager of financial planning and analysis. He took advantage of that position to intentionally commit significant fraudulent financial activity at the team's expense, all of this for personal benefit. They said he had no access to confidential football strategy, personnel, or anything like that, but he did work in the finance department, and he is accused of having used his oversight of the virtual credit card program, which is supposed to be for employees to fund legitimate business expenses, to commit fraud. So
that's a lot.
That's a lot of
$22
million.
That's
wow.
From 2019 until earlier this year.
He did
and then
his thing.
they said he was placing bets on online gambling websites. He bought a condominium.
He did his thing.
He was chartering private jets, booking hotels, private residences. He got a new Tesla Model 3 sedan, a Nissan pickup truck. He got cryptocurrency, NFTs, sports memorabilia, all kinds of things.
Live his life.
Yeah.
Why do people think they're not going to get caught?
Yeah. I don't know. That's a lot. That's a lot.
Once you get away with a little bit, you're like,
keep going.
It's going.
You should have knew where to stop.
Yeah. When you, how about don't do it at all, Chuck?
Yeah, don't do it at all. Don't do it at all.
Like,
but I'm saying if you go do
Don't
it,
want to
like,
stop. I'm going with that one.
Right.
Come on.
I'm going with that.
is
Know your
your
limit.
Under the
Know your
radar.
limit.
And you know, we got the Way Up mix at the top of the hour. And speaking of jewelry and watches, we have from Ammy Jewelers, Will Selby and Robert Madatov joining us today. The holiday season is upon us, and we're going to learn a lot about certain gifts that you could buy, what you should be investing in, and all of that. It's Way Up.
They say it's truth in the rumors.
From industry shade to all the gossip,
Talk to me.
Angela's spilling that Yee tea.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Chella is here.
It's your girl, Chella H.
Mano is here.
New Mano.
Yep, that was good.
And some unfortunate Yee Kodak Black has been arrested for cocaine possession, and he's currently behind bars at the Broward County Sheriff's Office. So very unfortunate news. They said there's more charges as well, and this is all pending, and we'll keep you guys updated. But really sad, really unfortunate. Just a couple of months ago, he was trying to get his 2022 drug possession case thrown out. They said that the drugs that he possessed at that time were completely legal and acquired over the counter. And authorities had charged him with 1 count of possession of a controlled substance and 1 count of trafficking oxycodone. But now another arrest.
How much cocaine?
It does not say yet. This is all like really, really new.
So you don't know how much cocaine?
No, but from what I'm seeing, because I can see the paperwork on here, it still says pending.
We want to know how much cocaine.
Why?
Just want to know how much cocaine.
You're just curious?
Always want to know how much cocaine.
Yeah, it just says possession of cocaine, and then it says pending trial. And so it doesn't have a bond amount or anything yet.
Because it's like, is he sniffing it or selling it, right?
That's what I'm trying to see.
What you want to know.
Okay.
Don't matter.
Who are you working with?
Working with you.
Okay. And Wyeth and Lucci's RICO trial has gotten a start date, and that is going to be January 8th. All right. So that is expected to overlap with the whole YSL RICO trial that's going on, which began last month as well. Now let's get into some good news. Nicki Minaj. All right, we are approaching Gag City. She's inviting fans to Gag City as she shares her new Pink Friday 2 teaser. And here is some of that.
Like my honey's glue. Bad bitch today, I keep them by the two. It's a big difference between me and you. I ain't nothing like you or you.
All right, so that's going to be a big deal as people are waiting for that album tonight. You know, it was delayed from last month.
It's dropping tonight.
Yep, it's dropping tonight. So get ready for that. I know the Barbs are excited. I see everybody going crazy on social media. She posted Approaching Gag City. It's a 26-second trailer. And she said, Barb alert system, prepare for impact. Pink Friday 2 is coming. And yes, get ready. Yeah. Buckle up. And she's also going to be on Watch What Happens Live. Andy Cohen posted, tweet me all of your questions now. For Nicki Minaj, she will be joining me for an upcoming Watch What Happens Live. All right, now let's get into what happened with Joe Budden's podcast. Melissa Ford is on there, as you know, and there was a back and forth with her and Cameron. Now, if you guys recall, Cameron and Mace had talked about a situation where they were at a brothel and then they took the woman back with them. They got a lot of backlash for this conversation, and here's what Melissa Ford had to say on the Joe Budden podcast.
Them clearly went to a house and took somebody up out of there.
Says them. And
that's who told the story.
And is there a distinct possibility that there may have been underage girls in that?
Come on. That's crazy. I don't know what you're doing. That's disgusting what you're doing.
All right. Well, since then, Cameron and Mace did not like these insinuations that there were underage girls potentially there. So here's what Cameron had to say. Back to Melissa.
Here to tell the truth. We're not into anything illegal, so you can stop trying to put that together. Don't ever come for me and kill her. Ever in your mother's life. This is not what you want. Because I can't tell you how much I don't care.
This is screaming desperate and attention.
All right. He also went and posted a picture of him and Melissa on a red carpet for in Harlem, and he was threatening to get her deported because she's from Canada.
Really?
All right. So Melissa has since went on the Joe Budden podcast and apologized. Right. Here's what she said.
I don't really want to say the phrase "walk it back." I'll just say I apologize. I should never have made that insinuation. They're absolutely right. They did offer grace.
She's saying they could have went way harder than they did, and so she did apologize. And you know what else?
Oh, that's good.
Listen, and because I know Melissa, I know the point she was trying to make was, you know, when that story came out, there was a lot of backlash of them talking about this whole situation. And it is true in a lot of places like that, there's, you know, all kinds of illegal things going on. So maybe that's not something you want to discuss, but not saying that they did anything. And I guess the insinuation was there was underage girls and nobody wants that put on them.
Right.
So she apologized if anybody thought that. All right. Well, that is your Yee Tea. And you know, we got Ask Yee coming up with the award-winning advice giver, Mano.
That's right.
And my girl, Chella H.
I'm here.
Who always has a, well, you ain't wrong type of opinion. 800-292-5150. And for all you rude boys, let's party. It's way up.
Turn it up. You vibing way up with Angela Yee.
Come right back.
More now.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Chella is here. And Mano is in the building.
I'm here.
And one thing that I always talk about is reading, right? You know, I have a book club, And sometimes people will act like, I don't have time to read a book. I got this going on. But that's why Audible's Best of 2023 picks are here. They have the top audiobooks, podcasts, and they also have exclusive originals in all different kinds of genres, like memoirs. Y'all know about Adversity for Sale. You Gotta Believe by Jeezy, right?
Yeah. Right.
Well, here's something from Adversity for Sale, You Gotta Believe by Jeezy. You know, that's a book that he put out, and here's the Audible.
You can have all the talent in the world, but if you're not willing to put in the work, all that talent is just going to go to a waste. For me, doing the work was never the problem. Once my mind is made up, I'm going all in.
He's been in the news a lot lately, too.
Yes, he has.
Yeah, and a lot more open. Stop it, Mano. All right, in addition to that, you know they have some of the best podcasts. Here's somebody else who's been in the news a lot, Will Smith. And his podcast is Class of 88. And basically, he's talking about that year. He has some great interviews with people like Jazzy Jeff, Slick Rick, DMC, Salt and Pepper, Chuck D, Rick Rubin, Rakim, his own personal accounts. And here he is talking to Queen Latifah about the song. Chella, I know you know this song, Ladies First.
You know I do.
How did that come about?
So I decided to call the record Ladies First.
Yeah.
And so a lot of it was, why am I beefing with these girls? Why do these girls keep beefing with each other?
Yeah.
We could do a lot more if we stood together, i.e., Ladies First.
Ladies First, yeah.
All right, well, start listening to these picks and check out more titles from Audible's Best of the Year today with the free 30-day Audible trial. Go to audible.com/best of the year and discover all the year's best waiting for you. And when we come back, we have Ask Ye. 800-292-5150 is the number. Call us up with any question that you have. We got our award-winning advice giver, Mano, here.
That is I.
And we got our girl, Chella H.
That's right.
Is way up.
It's relationship or career advice. Angela's dropping facts.
So you should know.
This is Ask Ye.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Chella is here. Mano is here. And we are doing Ask Yee. 800-292-5150. Any question, we are here to help. And we have KC on the line. What's up, KC?
What's up, Miss Yee?
What's going on?
Oh, just working today. Trying to make the best of the day.
All right, I feel you. What's your question?
Well, I'm wanting to know what would be the best time on Christmas Day to propose to my girlfriend.
Ooh. Do y'all live together?
Yes, ma'am. We're actually staying with my grandmother right now because I was facing 20 years probation revocation, and I didn't pull but 18 months of it. Mm-hmm. And then she'd be my ride or die. I even tried to tell her to live her life, and she stayed waiting.
Wow.
She stayed with
you
my
love
grandmother.
That, don't you? I love that for you.
He said his girl
Casey.
stayed waiting for him?
Yep.
That's dope.
He told her live her life, and she wait. She did. Listen, that's a win.
How much time you did?
I did 18 months, but I was facing 20 years probation revocation.
Okay. Oh, that ain't that long.
All right, so let me ask you this. What type of person is she? Because I think that's what really matters. Is she the type of person that would rather it be just the two of you, or do you think she would want people to be around? Would you want to invite her family and friends for it to happen?
She's the secluded type person. She loves me and her type moments, but I'm doing this around the few closest of our family on Christmas Day.
Okay. And so you want to wait till the evening, or you want to do it early? You also want to make sure, you know, she's looking good, got her nails done, because we always want to post a picture and have a little video of the moment.
Yes, ma'am. That's what I'm trying to figure out. What would be the best time?
Okay, so maybe what you need to do is y'all have a little spa day together. That way she's got her nails done, she's relaxed, y'all spent the whole day together, comfortably, had a good time, get back to the house. Everybody's, house is clean, everybody's waiting for y'all to come back and do it. And then maybe right before dessert, you have dinner, and then right before dessert comes, I think that's always a good time.
Okay. That's kind of what I was thinking, and maybe having it in her pie or something.
Do you think it's the best time? Do you think you should wait until y'all move out into y'all own place and then propose?
He's ready. She's about to die.
The only reason that we're here right now is because my grandfather had passed away within the last year.
Okay.
We do have our own place. We've just been here because my grandmother doesn't like to come to an empty house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe wait until after y'all eat, because we like to be full.
Yeah, eat, but right before dessert. Because then the dessert is like a celebration.
Yeah.
Okay.
What, Mano?
Maybe he can put it in a cupcake.
Mano wants to know, too, because one day he's going to propose to someone.
Yeah, I am.
And
we're in the same boat there, Mano.
Yeah. And make sure, are y'all going to have somebody filming it? So, everybody got to get their phones ready.
Yes, ma'am. Well, the only two others that know about this big surprise is my aunt and my grandmother.
All right, yeah, I think after dinner and right before dessert, y'all have some wine. Make sure you have a bottle of champagne to pop to celebrate.
Yes, ma'am.
Ooh, and make sure you cue up a song.
Something.
Whatever, y'all got to have a song. Y'all got a song?
Well, I've been singing that song "Beautiful" to her lately.
All right, so look, get the champagne ready because we love planning. We like when people were thoughtful. And so have the champagne ready to pop, the dessert about to come out, and have that song queued up.
Yes, ma'am. That sounds like a plan there.
All right. Well, congratulations, Casey. I love that you got you a ride or die woman.
Okay.
Me too. Finally, for once in my life.
All right. Well, listen, when we come back, and this might be important too, we have Ammy Jewelers joining us. We got Will Selby and Robert Matatov joining us, and they're going to be talking about all things jewelry, engagements, rings, diamonds, watches. It's the holidays. It's Way Up.
We about to do this. Yeah.
Yo.
More Way Up with Angela Yee on now.
You know who it is. You know who it is.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and I am joined by my girl Chella from Chicago.
That's right.
All right, and Mano is in the building.
Mano.
And we are getting ready to talk about one of his favorite topics ever.
Ice.
Ice,
baby.
as in jewelry.
Ice as in Ammy.
As in Ammy, yes,
Yeah.
Ammy Jewelry. And listen, we have Robert, I don't want to mess up your last name, Matatov.
You can just say Robert, it's fine.
Okay. Matatov, okay.
I've never heard him say his last name.
Matatov.
I will break you.
Yeah. And Will Selby is here.
Yes, I'm here.
I've known Will for a long time as an artist manager, but also as a jeweler.
Yes.
And I remember when you kind of made that transition.
Yes.
Into can you just talk about that just briefly?
It started from me managing artists, and I used to connect them with the jewelers, and I would get like a small percentage, a small cut. And after a while, I had to chase my fee because the jeweler wasn't giving it to me. So as me chasing my fee, I was spending more time at the jewelry store. So I'm like, you know what? I see some holes that I could probably fix up, and the rest was history.
It wasn't like you had a history of dealing with jewelers. You kind of stumbled on it by chance, basically.
Yeah, I was broke at the time, so I couldn't afford any jewelry. So I used to be an engineer. And the same program, like a fire protection plumbing engineer.
Right.
Yeah, and the same program you use to design the blueprints for that is the same thing you do to design jewelry.
So is Ammy Jewelry based in the Diamond District?
We're around the corner. We're
around the corner?
46th and 5th, yeah.
Right now I'm with Mano and Chella, and we're talking to Will Selby and Robert Matatov from Ammy Jewelers. How do you make sure that you're getting the best deal?
I think it's about relationship and trust.
A lot of relationship.
Yeah,
because trust is so important with your jeweler. Because
especially in our business. Especially in our business.
Because you
your
be
name
mad as hell.
like
You find
one
out.
person. That's it. 2 people. You know, you do somebody wrong, the word gets out, you're done.
And Will, let's talk about some of the people that you have had as clients. Because I know you've worked with Drake, 50 Cent. Is A$AP Rocky too?
A$AP Rocky,
Yeah.
A$AP Ferg.
A$AP Ferg, yeah.
You know, Tiger, Trey Songz. You know. The list goes on.
So when people come to you, right, do they know like what they want, or how are you able to help them design?
I try to make it an experience, and I try to make sure that they don't have to do much. I don't even wait for their opinion. I try to create on my own and then present it to them.
Okay, the holidays are coming up. All right, so we do need some tips now. Somebody told me do not buy black diamonds.
Why did they say that?
They said it's like buying coal.
Yeah. And black diamonds, I don't really think they're really 100% natural black diamonds.
Okay.
They have to be coated with something to be black.
All right, so
just like the rest of the pink, blue, green that is in the market now, it's mostly coated.
Okay.
Because a real pink diamond, small, half a carat is $1 million.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
A lot of that stuff that's out there is treated.
It's treated, colored.
It's basically painted.
Yeah,
right?
painted. It's still diamond. Don't get me wrong. It's still a diamond.
And if you just like how it looks, it's fine.
like
but if you're
canary.
thinking about value,
Yeah.
It's not a real true canary.
No, but there is canary diamond.
There is canary diamond. But a lot of what we're seeing is not true.
The color.
They're just colored. They're just treated.
Colored and treated, yes.
That's actually a question I have for somebody like me who don't just be buying diamonds a lot. What type of diamonds do you recommend?
But you got diamonds on, though.
I mean, I do, but like if I go in a jewelry store, you know, they might be like, oh, these BBSs or this or that. What is the level of diamonds that you would say will pass the test versus the lower class?
That's like that's like a good investment too.
Oh, that's a really hard question.
We try not to say anything lower than SI1.
If you're going inside a jewelry store and you want to buy something with diamonds, again, the first thing is trust. The guy can't sell you no garbage. If you have a certain budget, he's got to show you something decent quality for that budget to say VS, to say SI, most of the jewelers are bull. Everything is VS. Why? Because people heard VS.
Right, because it's like we really don't know. We just
there's no
what
really.
y'all say.
It's trust. Like when somebody buys let's say a diamond studded Rolex, right? They're like, yo, this is all VS. It's all VS. I told them it's not VS because you can't have 1,000 stones in the watch that's all VS. Otherwise, you're paying, instead of 20,000, you're paying 60,000.
Right.
Because the guy sits there and picks exactly those little stones one by one to make sure it's VS. It's way too much time. You know
VF though.
IF. That's flawless.
That's IF is flawless.
IF is flawless.
So that's the best.
That's the best. That's the best.
Yeah, IF
That's
is the
something
best.
to know.
Yeah.
All right, it's the holidays, and we are going to help you out. Y'all see how icy Mano be? You see how icy Chella is? We got Robert Maditov and Will Selby from Ammy Jewelers here. We got more when we come back. It's Way Up.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
Yo.
More Way Up with Angela Yee on now.
You know who it is. You know who it is.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and I am joined by Chella and the king of ice himself, Mano. And we have the jewelers from Ammy Jewelers, Will Selby and Robert Maditov. Now, Will, for you haven't been behind the scenes, there was a period of time that you were in the tabloids.
I was?
Yeah. Did that help business?
The couple of things that I did briefly see, I just ignored, honestly.
Okay.
What were the tabloids for?
Well, I think it was something pertaining to Wendy.
Wendy Williams.
Wendy Williams, I'm sorry.
why
Wendy
Wendy?
Williams. I don't think anything happened to her. I just think people just had an opinion because Wendy's such a strong figure.
What that had to do with you though, my boy?
I manage Wendy Williams.
Oh, you managed
Okay,
her.
so you still manage her now?
I still manage her now.
Okay.
Yes. And we're friends. I manage her. I do jewelry for her. We're connected in so many different ways. So, you know, I just feel like everyone had an opinion about Wendy, and you know, I had something to say about it. But I realized I can't always respond to everything that I see.
Because you're not used to being in that position where people are coming for you.
Coming for me. So the minute they came for me, I figured I'm gonna let them know I'm not the person to come for. But I realized it's just a better way to deal with things. And it's just sometimes better to just be quiet.
This is just a business relationship.
Yes, that's only a business relationship. Initially, I just tell you the truth since we on Way Up. Wendy wanted to make her ex-husband jealous.
Okay.
So she was flirting with me a little bit.
Yeah, both from Brooklyn.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And he had a lot to endure. Just dealing with Wendy hands-on, I know it's a lot.
Okay.
So I know he had to go through a lot. So I have nothing but the utmost respect for him. But, you know, she wanted to make him jealous, so she was bothering me, and she was, you know, taking a couple of close photos, and everything got leaked, and
Did you go all the way,
close?
Oh, what way?
were like,
no, not at all.
Did you go?
No, I didn't go anywhere. I ain't passed go, no Monopoly, nothing.
I ain't going nowhere.
No, but he can ask. I don't mind him asking.
Okay.
I did nothing. I didn't even give her an extended hug.
Okay.
We're friends. It's just business. There's nothing outside of that.
Okay.
We're friends. We care about each other. I got nothing but love for her.
How did you end up? So you started off as a jeweler, and then she asked you to manage her?
Well, I think same thing like the jewelry. We were having a lot of conversations, and I was just like, well, Wendy, you should be doing this, you know, or maybe you should be doing that. Why isn't this happening? And I guess in just the conversations that we had, she felt like I could be an asset to her business.
Right now I'm with Mano and Chella, and we're talking to Will Selby and Robert Maditov from Ammy Jewelers. And so you still manage her now. So how is she doing?
Wendy is resting right now. I feel like she's been working straight for like 14, 15 years.
Right.
And, you know, it's time for her to sit her ass down for a minute.
You know, I think people love Wendy so much, and that's why people felt very protective at a time. So that's, and
I understand.
Sliding in.
Yes, they thought a lot of different things. Just to confirm, I didn't slide anywhere. Nothing took place. We have a business, friendship, relationship, and that's it.
All right, so now how can people find Ammy Jewelry online? I know you guys have a thriving online business too.
Ammy_jewelry online, Instagram, Facebook.
OMI, by the way, for everybody
OMI.
All right, well, the holidays are coming, so you know what to do. All right? We love jewelry, so that's
get our Rolex.
And since we're on the show, Rob decided that anybody buying watches this month, we're giving them $500 off.
Ooh,
because we're on the Way Up show.
Oh, I love that.
Promo code.
Yeah.
You got to give
Way
them the
up.
code. I don't know the code.
Way Up.
Y'all know the code.
Promo code is Way Up.
Okay, the promo code is Way Up.
Promo code is Way Up.
And we can trust you guys. And,
Yes, for sure.
and that matters because this got definitely better. But I already known you for a long time.
Run it to January 1st to New Year's. People still shopping.
From now.
Do it through January 3rd. That's my birthday. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thank
Again,
you guys for having us.
The promo code is Way Up. If you want to buy anything from Ammy Jewelry, we appreciate that because our listeners are going to love that.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
And when we come back, you have the last word. It's Way Up.
Pick up the phone.
Tap in. Tap in and get your voice heard.
What the word is.
Here's the last word on Way Up with Angela Yee.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Chella is here.
It's your girl, Chella H.
She's so cold. Mano is here. New Mano.
That's right.
It's for our city. And it was like a party up here today. It's a celebration. The holidays are coming up. It's holiday season.
That's right.
And we're just grateful and blessed.
That's right. We blessed
to be here. Yes,
Too
we
blessed
are.
to be stressed.
And shout out to Will Selby and Robert Madatoff for joining us. You can watch that full interview on Way Up With You on the YouTube channel there from Ammy Jewelers. And we learned a lot. Well, I learned a lot. I know Mano already knows a lot about jewelry, about watches, about different colored diamonds. What should you invest in? What's the market looking like? There was a period of time when it was a good time to buy, watches and things like that. And now, I feel like now is a good time because the prices have gone down.
Like a gold watch, plain. Like a gold Rolex.
They always say plain, don't bust it down.
Don't bust it down.
Yeah, don't bust it down.
And if it is diamonds, get it from the manufacturer, like the person that's making, like Rolex diamonds.
Right, not
so back
don't
in the
put
day,
it in yourself.
Right.
Don't glue it on.
Right, so that's what the jewelers do. Aftermarket diamonds.
Okay, all right. And we talked about saying I love you. What happens if someone says I love you, but you don't quite love them yet? What do you say? And of course, you guys have the last word.
Hey, this is Peyton, and I was just going to say something about when somebody says that they love me. Normally what I say is most people do, and then they kind of just look at me funny, and I'm just like, yeah.
Do you say I love you when somebody tells you I love you? Of course you do. That's so rude. And I'd be offended if somebody said I love you. If they tell me that and I don't say it back, no, that's rude. That's very rude. You say it just because you love everybody, right? That's how I feel about it. So say I love you back.
My name is Keisha. I was calling. I just wanted to say thank you for just your positive messages and your encouragement. Just in general about victims. I personally experienced that, and it was really traumatizing and discouraging. A lot of people don't realize that it's a lot of trauma that we go through, and when we do have the courage to speak out, sometimes we're shunned or ostracized, or even in the court system, just pretty much dragged through the court. So again, I wanted to say thank you for shedding a light on this topic.
Going way up with Angela Yee.